Yeah, this is a little bit different what's in the box because the last tote I unpacked had quilts in it, finished quilts in various stages of not quite finished. First one I have here is a really old quilt. I don't know how old it is. For a while I was buying quilts. I thought it'd be neat to have a quilt collection, so I was just buying anything I could find that was cheap, which was not knowing what I was doing, kind of dumb. So anyway, this one here is tied. Unfortunately, there are several places where the fabric is just kind of worn away, completely worn away. I'm trying to get these in here. It's completely worn away in some spots. And it weighs a ton. The other thing I noticed was, if I could find a spot here, the batting is all lumped up. And we are talking big time, just lumpy lumps. So I thought I would take this apart. It smells too. I'd take this apart and wash it and see what happens to it. The other thing I noticed when I was looking at it the other day was apparently there's another quilt inside. Because this one was tied and this one is tied in different spots. So there's actually another quilt inside, and this is that wadded up chunks of batting. So I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to see what's inside, and then I'm going to wash it and see what happens. Okay, that's the first one. This one is going to be a kind of a project, but it's tied, so it should come apart fairly well. Next, in the tote. Next is a top, if I can find the edge, with, if I can get it in the camera, buttonhole stitched butterflies. It's not quilted, it is just a top. So I might end up taking this and putting it in the closet with my other tops. So this should be washed, but I'll hand wash this one and see if I can get it quilted. So that's the next quilt. Proceeding down in the stack, put that up there. There's a whole stack of these blocks here. I mean, there's a big stack of these things. I was thinking of doing, because they're so big and I'm not real thrilled with them, is, cutting it up and twisting them around and turning it into one of those disappearing hourglass blocks, I guess. So there's a lot of these. There's a lot of colors. I said there's a whole stack of them. These had apparently been sewn together because you could see where there have been threads where they've been taken apart. The other thing I noticed is some of the seams in this thing are really, really narrow. But that's another issue. If it's quilted good enough, it should hold together. And I was trying to count these to see how many there was. And I got down so far and found some that had actually been sewn together with yellow sashing. I am just going to take those apart. And like I said, I'm not through with the yellow sashing either. I'm just going to cut these up. I'm going to look online and see that the different patterns that you can cut them up into and make a disappearing quilt out of these. So that's another project that can go in the UFO list. This next project is my first quilt and my first UFO. It's a cathedral window that I started back around 1970-71 when I was working at a drive-in theater. I worked in the ticket booth, so I had all kinds of time to just either read or work on some craft. The other people said, "Isn't that boring working out there and by yourself?" And I said, "No, if I was home, I'd be sitting sewing or reading. Here, I'm getting paid to do it, and I just have to wait on a customer once in a while." And when I unfolded this, it is way bigger than I remember it being. So I'm not sure. I don't really want it, but I'm not sure what I am going to do with it. I mean, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you use as a donation quilt. But then again, on eBay, they only sell for a lot of them under $200. So I'm not sure what I will do with this. Then we get down to some smaller quilts. This one, I used to do the Hoffman Challenge. Every year they have a challenge where they give you a fabric to use and you have to make a quilt out of it, your own design, a wall hang type thing. And this year was the year they had a planets fabric, and what I ended up doing was, it's hard to see on this thing, but these are all actual separate little quilts. They all come out there, hung on the string here. There's the other one, and there's the little one. And this one kind of looks like a drunkard's path, but it's not. I just cut the planets so that, it made that drunkard's path look to it. And then I arranged them in different patterns, and they're all hand quilted with metallic thread. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I'll probably hang that one up on the wall. Next, this looks like the quilt that's quite similar to that one that's inside the quilt that's falling apart. It's just a square patches. And again, we got pieces that are not sewn together. The seams are coming apart. It is machine sewn. So I'm not sure what I will do with this. I can either, I'm not sure if I'd quilt it and make it out of a donation quilt into it, or just end up trying to sell it on eBay and getting a little bit for it. It is a good size quilt. I didn't measure it. But it's got weird fabrics. I mean, these are really thin. They're definitely not quilt fabrics. But you can actually see through some of these fabrics. That's the one. Yeah, it was used in a lot of places, but you can see through it. The other fabric's kind of interesting. It's kind of a seersucker looking fabric. It's kind of interesting. There are also some stains. Lordy knows what that is. Probably don't want to know. So I will probably wash that, see what happens to that, and then decide what to do with it. Finally, is there more under here? Oh yeah, there's more under here. Okay, it was one of those kits you bought and you just did the cross stitch on it. Made this for my son when he was little, and has now been in the crate. It's got some stains on it. So I don't know if that will wash out or not. And there was just some talk about there is some stuff you can use to get out these stains. I don't know if it'll take out that kind of stain, whatever it is, or not. I don't know. Well, he was born in 76, so that's probably about the time that this quilt was made. It's pre-quilted. It was just, like I said, the design was pre-printed on the quilted fabric. Next is another one of my Hoffman Challenge entries. I wish there was a way to see these better. This is kind of I did this one kind of like an oriental type theme. There's a kimono in the center. I got some symbols here with some bat-looking things. There's some actual coins sewn right into it. Fans in the corners. Three-dimensional flowers. And this one was done, I don't know, in 1994 this one was done. So that's pretty. I should probably start hanging some of these. It's a needle turn applique on the applique. I should probably start hanging some of these up on the wall. I will keep that one. Next is a pineapple quilt. This was not a Hoffman Challenge, I don't think. No, it's 1995. This was just pineapple wall hanging I made. I like the colors. I like bright colors. Then, turn this one around so you can see it. It's a Christmas wall hanging. This again is needle turn applique. I think this was a paper cut design that I had enlarged and ended up just appliquing it onto here. And it is hand quilted, hand sewn. You see up in the tree there's some stars and stuff. And again, that one was from, these all seem to be about the 90s. But I didn't put a date on this one. I don't know why. I don't think that was a Hoffman challenge. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't remember. Doesn't say. It has a hanging sleeve on it. Next one is actually my first Hoffman challenge. I don't remember exactly what the fabric looked like. This one really, something fell on the floor. You really need to be able to get a better look at this one somehow. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll show that when I take the camera off the stand. Here's another little, this is a Weaver Fever, I believe it's called. That one's pretty. That's, again, it's got a sleeve to hang it. That's another one from 97. And this one here, let me see if I can lay this one out. Take the camera off the stand. Let's see if I can reverse. I can see what I'm doing. There. I still can't get a good look at it.